successfully surprising fans at the 2024 Mama Awards with Bruno Mars. Blackpink Rose surprised fans after sobbing during an interview with the influential American newspaper, The New York Times, or NYT, on Saturday. At that moment, Rose shared how difficult it was to be at this point. "I feel like I've been waiting my whole life to release this album," Rose said about her feelings when releasing her first solo album, Rosie. She continued, "I grew up listening to a lot of female artists. I can relate to their music, and they helped me through hard times. I dreamed of releasing an album one day, but I never thought it would be possible. When I first started this whole process last year, I doubted myself a lot," said Rose. Since she was young, Rose has learned what sacrifice is. Born in New Zealand to Korean immigrant parents, Rose then moved to Australia when she was 8 years old. In 2012, when she was only 15 years old, she auditioned for YG Entertainment on the recommendation of her father. She was accepted and began her life as a trainee. Rose described her trainee days as a lonely time. She said, "I didn't understand the loneliness I had to go through. It was traumatic, but I persevered," Rose revealed. However, Rose had her own reasons for why she persisted despite the hardships. She said, "If I failed, I would have to go back to my Australian friends who would say, 'Where have you been? I don't understand what you're doing.' And maybe because I had come too far, I didn't want to go back to Australia and explain the whole process of my failure," Rose continued. Rose also couldn't hold back tears when she mentioned the difficult process of being a K-pop idol and the attacks on female artists online. The idol, who was born in 1997, shared the most difficult moment during her time as an idol. K-pop fan culture. "We are always trained to present ourselves in a perfect way. And it's the same when we communicate with fans online. I make everyone look like a perfect girl," she said. "I have a huge personal desire and need to make music that I can relate to, the albums that I grew up listening to. I think artists need to be vulnerable to do that. But we're not trained to talk about our emotions, feelings, and experiences." Rose then touched on, there's online harassment against female artists. When asked, "Have you ever experienced anything like that?" she burst into tears. Rose